it's Bridget. So I made one video. I didn't like it, so I am making this one. I hope it goes better. In honor of your video, I wanted to make my video on the same thing as Halloween because, as I told you earlier, I was a slut on Halloween, and it was kind of a different mindset from the slut's point of view. So I kind of wanted to do a video about that because everyone talks about, oh, like, don't hate on the sluts, hate on the sluts. Like, everyone has their own opinion about the sluts, but no one really talks about it from the slut's point of view. So I'm going to kind of give you my play-by-play of the night and what I thought of as a one-night slut for Halloween. So first off, like, I got dressed, fully knowing that I was going to go all out on this costume. My costume was Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears, and I was the Catholic schoolgirl that she was in that music video. So I had the gray cardigan, I had the boots, I had the tied up shirt with like my stomach showing and like my boobs like up. And so yeah, you know me, that was pretty gutsy. Like, I spent a good 10 minutes in front of the mirror just checking myself out, trying to reassure me that I looked good because it was so nerve-wracking. Like, it's easy to dress up in front of your mirror, but it's a whole other thing to step out of your room and actually wear that type of costume in front of other people. For example, right like the second I left my room in like my slutty costume, there's a guy in the hall. Of course, it would be my luck that there would just be some random guy in the hall watching me awkwardly walk to my friend's dorm or like my friend's room that's right next to where he's standing. And we didn't say a word. We didn't even say hi. I just saw him do the one up of me in my costume, kind of smile to himself and just not say anything. So that was kind of odd, I would say, and I didn't know how to take that. I was like, oh, do I look good? Do I not look good? Should I go change it? Like, by this time I was ready to throw on a robe, and all I had done was walk down the hallway. Like, really, like, this, it's kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you feel so exposed when you have so much skin showing and no one else does. Like, I was wearing more clothes than I would wear if I were wearing a bathing suit, and I still felt exposed just because I was the only one. And out of my friend group, I was probably the sluttiest one. My friend group like wasn't very slutty, so I kept it classy. It wasn't too bad. But so it's kind of like a thrill. It's almost like going on a roller coaster being a slut for Halloween because you don't know how people are going to take it or how people are going to react to you. Whether they look at you, because you can totally tell in people's eyes like how they perceive your costume and how they then perceive you because of it. Like, I had people kind of give me that look like, oh, I could totally see you like wearing that costume. Like, you would do that. And then others like kind of like, oh yeah, like you look good, like good for you. Like, I give you props for wearing it. And like just kind of like how you were talking in your video. So it was definitely interesting. And to be honest, like, I enjoyed the attention I got. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have daddy issues, so I don't have to dress like a slut every day, which I assume is what you were implying in your other video. But like, it was fun to dress up as a slut. Like, you know how if you see a slut and you're like, oh, she totally knows how hot she is. Yeah, she does. She really does, because that was me. I was walking down Frenchman's. I was like, damn, I look good. Or I was trying to assure myself that I looked good. Either way, the fake it till you make it. And so it was a lot of fun. The reason my makeup is so dark is because I wanted to show you how I did my makeup for like my costume. And it's kind of, if you can see it, I didn't do it as dark this time as I did it at actual Halloween because I'm kind of lazy and I didn't want to do the whole thing. But if you can imagine it with like pigtails, not that innocently, but you get the picture. So that was pretty fun. And yeah, so if you ever see a slut, or like when you saw sluts on Halloween, they knew they looked good. They did it on purpose, and it actually takes a lot more guts than you would think. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's a thrill being a slut on Halloween, but I also was actually very careful to not take a lot of pictures like with people that I knew would post it on Facebook because I didn't want to be perceived as a slut for like the rest of like college or whatever, like what have you, because I feel like people do kind of judge you. Like I've had people who I saw them on Halloween and they see me afterwards and they almost expect me to be the same girl, and I'm not. Like sure, like I love dancing, but I'm not going to dress like that every day. So it was just a different experience being a slut on Halloween. So yeah, I wasn't throwing up, so I feel kind of bad for you with that slut on Halloween. But I was a classy slut, but I had fun. Some guys pulled on my pigtails. That was very weird, but I had some fun compliments, which self-esteem was boosted to the roof, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And yeah, so but most like sluts on Halloween, they know they're working it, or they're trying to convince themselves that they are, which I thought was pretty. Which fake it till you make it, yeah, it works. So yeah, that is my perspective from a slut's point of view for the night. I'm not a pro, but I figured I'd give it my best shot. I hope it makes sense. And this was a fun video. And let me know what you think of my makeup. Have a good week. Bye.